Hey guys, welcome back to the channel. So today we are going to talk about Southeast Asia. Boom, 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 and boom. I'm going to tell you the best spots to visit and why you should visit them if your time is limited. So let's not waste time. Let's get into the first one, Thailand. Thailand has a lot of amazing spots to visit, but if you only have a limited amount of time, I'm going to suggest two different types of spots. Number one is Bangkok. Bangkok is an amazing international city. It's full of markets, it's got trains, it's got buses, it's got everything you would expect in a Western country. On top of that, you can find work out here very easy. This isn't limited to just being an English teacher. If you want to be an engineer or something like that, there are opportunities out here. And if you're not working, you're a nomad, and you're just out here traveling, looking for a home base, Bangkok suits an amazing spot. Not only is it very modern, but it's in the middle of Asia pretty much. So going to Vietnam, going to Malaysia, going to Cambodia or Laos is a very fast flight away. Not to mention if you want to take a sleeper bus or take a van or a taxi, all these options are available to you. And on top of all this stuff, Bangkok is probably one of the best cities in Asia to really help you adapt to Asian culture if you're coming from the West, because it doesn't indulge you directly into an Asian culture like places like Malaysia, Vietnam, or even Laos and Cambodia. It gives you a mixture of both, so you can really start to adapt to it, not worry too much about feeling out of place, and find your place out here. Now, the second place in Thailand is going to be kind of a group. You're going to want to check out the islands. Places like Phi Phi Island, Koh Samui, I believe is how you say it, and then finally Pangong. These are three amazing islands you have to see. These are breathtaking. The water is crystal clear. It's turquoise damn near. It is a little pricier, but if you are out here on a vacation, you're bringing your family, your wife, whatever it is, these are probably some of the best spots. Anything closer to this would have to be like Hawaii or even like somewhere like in the Caribbean or Jamaica. And if you are in Bangkok staying, all these beach accesses are very easy to get to. Just take a bus down to Krabi and then pick a boat. Now let's talk about number two, Vietnam. If you're coming out to Vietnam, you have so many different options, but unfortunately a lot of them are redundant. So if you're trying to see a really good part of Vietnam and not get overwhelmed with a lot of the pollution and the chaos, Da Nang is going to be one of the best spots to start off at. While you're in Da Nang, it's going to mix in a lot of culture with just westernized lifestyle. You're going to have an amazing nightlife. That's extremely cheap. We're talking $1 or $2 for a beer. Going out and eating will cost you $1 or $3. When it comes to the beach life, the water is a bit cold because you're still not all the way south. It's extremely clean, unlike a lot of Vietnam. And the environment out there, the vibe of it all, is just really nice. And finally, the biggest thing about Da Nang that Vietnam really emphasizes on, and what a lot of people see, is the Dragon Bridge. It's an amazing thing to see from a distance. When you get up close, you start realizing it's just kind of metal plates, but it is still a cool thing to see and experience. And if you make it out there on the weekends, they'll do like a fire show for you. So Da Nang is definitely an amazing spot to go. After you do get to Da Nang, you've enjoyed your time. The number two city that you should be seeing is right next door, called Hoi An. Hoi An is a very small area, and it's kind of like the countryside to the major city of Da Nang. And out there, you're going to have things like the ancient city and the Japanese bridge, which brings in a lot of Vietnamese culture and also a lot of Asian culture in mind. Hoi An isn't totally about Vietnam culture, so you're going to get like a good mix of it all. And this includes the food, the music, and a lot of the clothing that you'll see around. And one of my favorite things about Hoi An is the night market. When you get to the night market, you can have any type of clothing made for you, your size, your design, whatever you want. You tell them, they will make it for you. 3-piece suits with a couple extra shirts, you're looking like $120 to $150. The material, whatever you want. You want it to say Bup Saude and David's amazing on it, they can make it happen. So when you do go to Hoi An, you have to check out the night markets. And just a bonus, if you are leaving Da Nang going down to Hoi An, right about the middle point, you're going to come across a mountain called Marble Mountain. Take a stop, take a break. It's about a 2-hour thing, and it's worth your time to see it. Once you do make it to the top, if you do that hike, and I warn you, it is pretty high, you can see a lot of Da Nang and you see a lot of Hoi An from up there. And it only costs you like $3 or $4 to stop there. Just watch out for all the street vendors. Unfortunately, they're starting to populate a little too much. Number 3 is Cambodia. If you only have a short, limited amount of time in Cambodia, I'm going to have to recommend Siem Reap. It's the spot that you have to check out. The reason for it is it really does put together a lot of what Cambodia truly is about: culture, religion, and artifacts. When you get up there, you're going to have the Angkor Wat temple. And really, we can just ignore that one. You're going to have about 20 other temples. You can always get a 2-day pass. It costs about $25 to $37 to get it. And it allows you unlimited access to every temple in the city for 2 days straight. So take your time, enjoy the trips. I strongly recommend checking out the biggest Angkor Wat temple first so you don't get temple fatigue. This is an amazing part about Cambodia, is just how old these temples are. They're untouched. Unlike Thailand and Laos, they don't really paint them. They don't really reconstruct them. They leave them natural. And that's kind of the aspect of it and what makes it so amazing. Once you finish your temple runs, check out the nightlife. The pub street, which is actually called Pub Street, has an amazing night market, and the food is so good. The seafood actually tastes like seafood. It doesn't taste too frozen, and it doesn't taste too contaminated. And also the night market, you can buy clothes, souvenirs, anything you want on this market is pretty much there for the grab. And the cool thing I like about Cambodia is they don't really haggle you too much on cost. There's going to be a base price. You can play around with it up or down, but it's not something you experience like in Vietnam where you're constantly battling with vendors trying to save a few dollars. So when you do get out there, check out the pub street, get a couple drinks, try out the amazing food, and buy some souvenirs. Buy some clothes, buy some shirts, buy some Jordans for $8, whatever you got to do. But definitely check out Siem Reap. It's a good mix of Cambodian culture, but you still kind of feel at home with a little Western vibe to it. Number 4 is Laos. Now, I've been asked a lot why I say Laos, not Laos. I'm going to favor what the locals tell me over what expats tell me. When we were in Laos, every Lao person said there's no S in the speaking, it's just with the spelling. This is the same thing with the word honest, Honest. We don't say honest, we say honest. So to answer that question, in Lao, the Lao people say Lao. Expats say Laos. Perfectly fine. It's a whole different thing. In Vietnam, we say pho. We don't say pho. There's 2 main cities that you need to visit. The first one is Thakhek. I probably said that wrong, but this is an amazing city to check. It's a little south of the capital, and it has an amazing bike loop. If you went to Vietnam to do the bike run from south to north, you're going to love this 10 times more. This loop is open. It's clean. It's unpolluted. Traffic is normal. You're not getting ran off the road by semi-trucks. People aren't high beaming you. And on top of that, you see nothing but beautiful nature. It's not really that polluted, and there's so much to see along the way. You're going to run into temples. You're going to run into Buddhist artifacts. You're going to run into places like the Dragon Cave, which is an amazing thing that you have to see. And when it comes to the cost of all this, you're looking at like $3 to $5 per day to rent a bike. So rent the bike for like 5 days and just go on the trip. It might only take you 3, but you know what? Give yourself extra time, because when we did it, we ended up going through places like the Dragon Cave. We found a mountain that you could put your bike onto a canoe, and they took you through the mountain. So things like this delayed our trip a couple days. But again, we rented the bike for 5 days, and when we came back, we still had time left over. So rent a bike, about $25 for the week, and you will be good. Now, the second one is up north from the capital, and it's called Lumpur. I say this wrong. I'll put it on the screen. I apologize. My Lao is literally 0 when it comes to language. I know about the S, that's it. But when you do get here, this is an amazing city. It's very cultural. If you see Discovery Channel, they've talked about the city so much. And when you're in the capital, people always tell you to go to this place. And there's a reason for it. It's amazing. It's beautiful. They have massive amounts of waterfalls. One of them called the King Sea Falls, I believe it's called. It's a beautiful waterfall. You got the big river, the ponds and everything, a bunch of swimming areas you can go to. And the best thing about this area that I love, there's so little street vendors and harassment going on. So when you do go out to these tourist spots, it's easier to enjoy and relax and live out there. And plus, it's so cheap. And if you're into the temples like we were in Cambodia, we have another spot called Wat Sing Thong. Again, screwed up the name, forgive me. But it's an amazing temple. This is something that you have to see. And it's got these trees and these monuments up there that have these engravings from hundreds or thousands of years ago. This city is a must to see for people that want to hear about the history of Laos and that want to see the original culture. When you're out in the city, you're not only seeing Lao people, you're seeing a lot of minority groups mixed into it. So the food is amazing. The culture is amazing. The smiles are real. And it's just a spot that you have to go. Check out those 2 cities. You will not regret it. And with that being said, let's get to something more busy, as Laos is a pretty quiet town, Malaysia. Malaysia is a very massive country when you really look at what it is. You got north to south, Thailand down to Singapore. And then you actually have an island where they share it with Indonesia. Indonesia's island we haven't checked out yet, but we will check that in the future. So make sure you subscribe and check out the vlogs for that. We will get there. While you're there now, you have to check out 2 spots. The capital is the first one. You have the Petronas, is that how you say it? Petronas Twin Towers, an amazing monument to see. And if you do get a chance, go to the back of it. It has an amazingly large park that has a lot of spots for the kids to play. It has a pool thing back there. It's got fitness. This is where we did a lot of calisthenics back in the day. It's an amazing spot. Inside the tower as well is a massive shopping mall. So if you want to buy some stuff at a premium, you have that option. But just going there for the pictures, the waterfalls, the water show is something you have to do. And while you're in the capital, check out the Hindi stuff. The Hindi temples in this capital are pretty amazing. Places like Batu are amazing. The Glass Temple is amazing places to go. There are beautiful temples. They're very colorful. And on top of that, you get to actually see a lot of the Hindu practicing going on in there, as in praying, worshiping, and a lot of the music and sound. So check these places out while you're there. There's so many to see in the capital. And finally, while you're in the capital, check out out the food. The diversity is insane. Indian food, Chinese food, Japanese food, Malaya food, Vietnamese food, Cambodian food. It is so good in Malaysia. I don't know what Malaysia puts in the water, but the Asian food in Malaysia literally tastes better than what it tastes in their home countries. And speaking of food, let's get to the second spot, Malacca, the capital of food in Malaysia. When you come out here, you're going to find a tourist road that you might not even realize you're on, but it's called Jonker Street. It's an amazingly long road full of food. And whatever you want, from pizza to Kung Pao chicken, you will find it there, and it will taste the most authentic as possible. This is probably my favorite place in all of Asia for food. It is so authentic. The food is clean. Things like pho are better tasting in Malacca, Malaysia than they are in Vietnam. So when you do get there, check out the Jonker Street, check out the food, and buy a shirt while you're at it because they're cheap. Why not? And the final part about Malacca is just the historical value of it. The city is full of historical things, and it really breaks down to a lot of the Islamic stuff, a lot of the Chinese history, a lot of the Maya, and also a lot of the French historical stuff. This city is just full of a lot of history, and it takes you days, weeks to really explore a lot of it. So when you do come out here, and I do suggest if you do come to Malaysia, spend a week, a month in Malacca. It is a city worth living in for a while. I think that covers our 5 spots today, and I want to kind of push out a little bonus at the end of this. We are planning on going to Malaysia or Philippines here in the next 2 months. Put your comment below. Where should we go next? And we're thinking about 3 to 6 months stay. Any other questions you have, please check them out down there. And if you're not already a member, hit that join button below, join the members group, get exclusive access to early videos, get part of our Discord, and get discounts on a lot of our ebooks that help you get English teaching jobs in Vietnam, in Thailand, without the catch and no nonsense. So with that being said, guys, I'm going to get out of here. Thank you so much for watching, and I will see you again.